Awful narration. 2 words from a stranger online and my heart sank. It was my second audiobook. Even though this was the first bad review I had received, this one comment sent me into a spiral where I actually started to believe it. That comment lived in my head thanks to the negativity bias where our brains prioritize bad experiences. 100 positive comments could come in, but that one insult felt the most real. It infected everything. While trying to work, a voice would whisper, "You need to try harder. Someone thinks your work is awful." And as a result, I started trying too hard. I was letting that comment get to me. Every day I kept checking to see if any new reviews had come in to counteract that one, but what if another bad review appeared? Anxiety was creeping in every time that I checked. Later, I realized I had a choice. Let a stranger's words define me, or fight back. Not by replying to them, because you don't have their contact details anyway. I kind of wished I could reply because they had not explained what was so awful about my narration. It was just a blunt and negative, unconstructive comment. But by changing the conversation in my head, I decided to treat that comment as an opportunity, not as a defining epitaph. So, if you find yourself in a similar situation, try this technique which I call from critic to coach. It's a 3-step process. Firstly, acknowledge the feeling, don't ignore the sting. Just notice the emotion to take away its force. Second, investigate it. Is there a twisted piece of truth you can use for growth? I reframed awful narration into a challenge to prove myself. It was only one person, but if they felt that way, why did they? Yeah, they could have just wanted to be nasty for the sake of it because they didn't have to answer for their comment, but if they felt that way about my narration, shouldn't I consider why they did so? Third, replace the thought. When the critic says awful narration, my inner coach replied, "How could you have made it different or better?" Look, this technique isn't a one-time fix, but it should become standard practice. I began to realize that whilst that particular negative comment was an outlier, you just have to accept that you can't please all of the people all of the time. So take it on the chin and look at the bigger picture and ask yourself, did they have a point? In this case, there was no explanation to help me improve, but I decided to listen to the whole book again myself in my non-working time, whilst doing other things like exercising and DIY. Did I have to change my approach a little for this particular genre of book, perhaps? I learned to accept that the occasional bad review is inevitable, but to look at the bigger picture. What is your overall direction of travel? If most of your reviews are positive, then you're on the right track. If you're getting a proportion of poor reviews, then look to learn from them. Maybe you could have done something differently. Might you be suited to some book genres and not others? Try to analyse what's going on, but don't lose sleep over the occasional bad review if overall you're getting positive ones. So in conclusion, you can't control what other people say, but you can control how you react to them. My general take on this is if your reviews are scoring on average 4 or above, you're doing well. If you're scoring less than 4, then you could maybe learn something. Could your performance improve? Is the technical quality of your recordings good? Are you picking the right genre of book that your voice and style of delivery suits? Or are there genres that you should avoid? Is the story scoring higher than your performance score? Or is it also scoring below 4? If so, then the story is probably influencing how your performance is received and scored. But if the story is scoring well, but your performance is not so well, then I would say you definitely have something to learn and some room to improve. But that's okay. That's how progress takes place. Finally, if you're an audiobook listener and you feel inclined to leave a very critical review of the performance of the narrator, don't just say it was awful, terrible, ghastly, or whatever killer word you want to use. Please remember that the narrator has probably spent hours putting their heart and soul into their work. And if you didn't like it, okay, fair enough. But please try to be helpful rather than hurtful by explaining why you didn't like it. That's constructive criticism, which can be really valuable to a narrator. So do try to be helpful, not hurtful. Thank you for listening, and if you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe, and let me know if you have any comments or questions, because I will respond to them all. So bye for now, and see me again soon.